Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Another great show ahead. We've got so many things to talk about, but we're going to start in the kitchen today because the Lone Star has some exciting news to share with you. I'm not going to share it. I'm going to let my next guest do that. Michael Caruso, also known as Stallion out there at the Lone Star. Welcome to the show, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good.
Let's talk about, first of all, the nickname. For those people that don't realize, I mean, because when you go in, right, everybody has a nickname. They introduce themselves with the nickname. Where did that idea come from, and how does a nickname get chosen?
I think it was more along the Western theme. So obviously Tex-Mex, we wanted to stick along those names. And when I first started, it was about culture, and we still want to live on culture every day. So, you know, my name is Stallion. That's the name I got.
It's a pretty good one. So you got to admit,
it's a lot to live up to, but you know, we get through it. We get through it.
So
sure.
how do you choose? Do they have a list of names? You come up with your own name?
Well, when you're hired, you like to hope you can choose off the list, and if you don't choose one that suits you, then we kind of choose one for you. It's kind of how it goes.
Well, as you know, my son works at the original location out there at Baseline and Fisher, and he's enjoyed it so much. I mean, and what a great summer. Let's talk about that. You know, people are back, coming out to restaurants again, your beautiful patios that you have around the city. What was the summer like for you guys?
It was a sign of relief. Obviously, you know, 2 years of groaning for sure.
Lockdowns, trying to reopen.
Figure out how to get through it. But, you know, it was about keeping the staff's head in the game and keeping them motivated as well to hopefully come in and, you know, be there for what the guest finally is coming in to do. So this summer was interesting, and it was busy, and we got through it, and now we're off to the fall, which brings us to the Born on Brisket.
Well, let's talk about this idea, because originally, 35 years ago, as I understand it, this was on the menu. Tell us about the Born on Brisket campaign you have going on right now.
Yeah, staple item on the menu back in 1986 when we first opened, like you said, on Baseline. And you know, it was a staple item. It came off the menu, I can't remember how many years ago now, but we figured, you know, getting people back in the door, this would be a great opportunity to get one of our staple items back.
And it was really popular originally, right? But, you know, I think you guys have done such a great job with that over the years. You know, you change up your menus. Sure, you have the, you know, sort of the favorites, but the rotation that you've created has been amazing.
Consistently. Fajitas aren't going anywhere, but we like to keep evolving with what's going on as well. So, yeah, that would be.
So what makes this? What makes a brisket? Here, let me pick your brain. What makes a brisket good? I mean, how do you prepare and perfect a brisket?
Yeah, well, it's slow cooked, 9 hours.
Okay. So patience is the key.
Patience is key for sure, for it to be as tender as possible and as juicy as possible. It is then, you know, it's seasoned with our, you know,
your secret spices.
Signature spices is what we like to say.
Signature spices.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
But then it actually gets finished off over our wood fire grill, which there's actually wood soaking under the grill, lit up. And the smoke from the wood actually goes into the protein that's sitting on the grill, and that's what gives it that unique Lone Star flavor.
I love it. I love it. And I see you probably have your signature barbecue sauce you finish it off with here?
Yeah, so we brought a couple items. We've got the fajita, obviously, which we're hoping, you know, is it's been selling actually. It's got some fried onions and jalapenos on there, and then slabs of brisket around there, and then you get all of our normal accompaniments with the fajitas as well. Our signature flour tortillas, all the fixings, unlimited to you if you want to refill outside of the guacamole, which is a bit of an upcharge.
And what do we got here?
Brisket sandwich. So it comes with our, you know, new added modified pickle slaw, side order, and then the brisket sandwich itself, bun, kind of brushed with garlic butter, sweet pickles, and then again slices of brisket, exact same kind of garnish as
I'm almost tearing up here, Michael. I'm not going to lie to you.
You get to enjoy that.
This is a great date item. You know why? Because when you pick this sucker up, Michael, and that woman or man or, you know, whoever's across from you,
it's the eye contact,
and you're watching each other, and that thing's just slopping everywhere. And no one gets up and leaves, you know,
it's a win.
It's a win, right? You got yourself a win right there. What else do we have here? Tell me about this.
That is our signature Queso Cheese Dip. We figured we'd bring it and make sure that we mention that is still a thing and it's not going anywhere.
A great starter, right? So many people start off with
this. An inexpensive one, I'd say. And
exactly.
It's of great value. You get the chips and the cheese as well, the queso, made in-house. and enjoy it.
Okay, I gotta toot the horn of my son here because we're gonna move over to the margaritas, and at the Baseline Fisher location, you know, there's a friendly competition among staff.
There is right
He
now.
happened to sell the most margaritas and ended up winning a prize from it.
Yes.
But let's talk, I mean, because you guys have gone the extra mile when it comes to margaritas, right?
Over COVID, we figured we'd bring in Margapalooza.
Yeah.
That's now over. We've now got, we've kept a few of the flavors on the menu that were popular.
Only 18.
Just a
Yeah,
few, right?
just a couple.
18, mostly highlighted by the Guava Bulldog here, which, we want to...
This is an amazing drink.
We have different flavors of the Bulldog. We've got blue, we've got our regular lime as well.
Okay.
But this one right now is awareness for breast cancer. So with everyone that orders one of the Guava Margaritas, 50 cents of the proceeds go to the Breast Cancer Society. And when you order one as well, you get a pink ribbon that you can go home with as well. That'll be delivered with your beverage.
And this is like a showstopper, right? When this comes to your table.
Everyone's watching.
It's so true,
Everyone's
right?
watching.
As the staff comes through, your server comes through with it, everyone just goes, whoa, what is that?
Exactly,
right?
and it's a conversation starter, and it's actually quite tasty. We do have a mocktail version of that as well. So,
excellent.
Non-alcoholic with a Corona Sunbrew in it as well, for those of you that can't drink the alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, you brought along your famous chips, right? And you've got takeout available, which was extremely popular during the pandemic and continues to be so.
We definitely didn't go away over takeout. We started to innovate and figure out what we can do. We can also do the takeout margaritas.
You're okay.
As
You're
well.
still doing it.
So
Excellent.
we brought. Well, that's not going anywhere either.
Right.
And again, our chips and salsa always available. Fajita packages, the brisket package, we created a package for that. That comes with chips, salsa, queso, churros for dessert. You hit every
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Everything. So.
Before we went to air here, I turned to you and said, "Oh, how long have you been with Lone Star?"
Yeah.
17 years you've been with Lone Star now?
17 years.
You started at, what did I say, 12? And I was pretty close.
Pretty close. 3 years off. Started at 15, turning 16.
So what brought you there at 15 years old? Just looking for a part-time job?
I was working a school barbecue.
Okay.
Elementary school barbecue. And, obviously I wasn't in elementary school at the time, but then I finally figured, you know what? I was told by a bunch of the people who worked in the Lone Star to go and apply because they were looking for people. And
excellent.
Walked in the Saint Laurent location and never walked out, clearly.
And here you are
today, 17 years later.
Working at a couple of locations, and the good news is people living out in Stittsville, you've got a new location coming.
You can expect that. We're hoping January that we're going to be opening up a Stittsville location.
And that'll be number 6
It'll be
in
6
Ottawa?
in Ottawa, 23 across Ontario.
Amazing.
We're not going to go away.
I love it. Well, it's a great local success story.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
From that original location, me and my friends used to go to all the time. And of course, I still go to because my son works there. I have to go to that location or I get in trouble.
That's
Michael,
okay.
Stallion, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Born on Brisket, the campaign runs until November 30th. We'll be back after this.